So class, we are going to start with the topic of story writing. Right now, what is story? You are reading number of stories in your literature books. We have read number of stories. So what actually a story is? Okay, thing is that, but what actually a story is? First of all, remember one thing, that story is a sequence of events which are related to the main character. It means one or two main characters are there and around which the complete story revolves. So this is what? This is called as story. Okay. So now in story, it can be spoken through narrator also. It means that narrator is narrating a story, or someone else is telling the story about some other persons. Okay, it means it's like narrator, or sometimes a person who himself has passed through series of experiences. He is telling about his story, right? So innumerable type of stories are there. But the thing is that some of the stories you like most, some of stories you feel even when you read, suppose the story is there for 4 to 5 pages, you read one page, you feel disinterested. What is the reason? Why some stories? Means even you, when you watch movies, you feel that the movie which have much thrill, action, you like it most. Similarly, in case of stories, like in stories also, when there is any problem which the main character is facing, but then the solution to that problem is not given immediately. There is suspense. You keep on guessing, yes, next this will happen, this will happen. But ultimately, in the end, what happens? The result is much unexpected. Okay, the result is much unexpected means that you feel that it is really in an unexpected manner the situation has been sorted out, right? So this is what this is story. Now suppose the most common story we had, that is unity is strength. Okay, suppose unity is strength. Sometimes you will be given like titles like this, write a story on unity strength. For this you have to write down the traditional story. Okay, now I will tell you how this story is having all the elements of a good story writing. First of all, there is a farmer. He had his 4 sons. Okay, so this is the introduction. Okay, that the farmer had 4 sons, means here the characters are introduced. Where they are living in a village. Okay, now in first you will use various kind of explanations in order to depict, but I'm telling you the main thing, the main crux is this. Then afterwards you will further elaborate the story, further. Now in this case, step 2, what is there, that you will elaborate the story further. How? Means you will tell us more about this farmer, that this farmer is working in the fields with much hard work, but his 4 sons, they are always playing, and most of the time they are fighting with each other, right? So the farmer is always worried about them, right? Now I said, which story is good one? In which the main character is having any kind of problem, right? In which the main character is having any kind of problem. Now where is the problem? What is the problem in this story? Then what happened? One day the farmer fell ill. This was the thing. Problem means farmer fell ill. The farmer fell ill. Now the problem is the sons were not working. They are fighting with each other. Now the problem is this. The farmer is always thinking, who will give food to my 4 sons? Because he is worried about them. Right? Now means I said problem with the main character. If the story is going on in a plain manner, he is working in the field, his son were fighting, and finally and farmer fell ill and he died. 4 sons did not find food. So is this any, you can say, up and down in the story? No. It won't be an interesting one. Where the interest lies, next step, see. Then there is suspense. Means he fell ill, then how he made his 4 sons to come on the right track. How he made his 4 sons? He told, Okay, so he has used a trick. What was that trick? That he has told his 4 sons to bring one stick each. All the 4 sons, they have brought one stick each. Then he has given, then he has told his eldest son to tie all the sticks in a bundle. The eldest son has done it well and handed it over to farmer. Then the farmer told his youngest son to break the stick. He tried his best, but he was not able to break it. Then he told his third son to break the bundle. He was a healthy man, okay, with the development of body or with well-developed muscles, third son, but he was not able to break the bundle. Then, when his 2 sons failed, then he came to his second son. He told, now my dear son, break this bundle. His second son looked at both the other 2 brothers and he tried his best to break the bundle. But again, what happened? He felt that it is not easy to break that bundle. He was also not able to break the bundle. Now all the 3 sons, they were looking at the eldest brother. Now the farmer told his eldest son to break the bundle. He who thought himself to be very wise and eldest of all the 4 brothers, so what did he thought? He tried to break the bundle. But what happened? He was also not able to break the bundle. But this did not make the farmer felt bad. So see what I am doing. Simple incident is there that he has told his 4 sons to break the bundle. But they were not able to break the bundle. I am elaborating the story also. How to elaborate you should know. Side by side, I have introduced dialogues also. Like, now my dear son, you will break the bundle. Am I writing? He told his son to break the bundle. It is not always like that. You will write in this manner in narrative form, but you can introduce dialogues also. What is one of the main important thing or main you can say characteristic of a good story is to introduce the dialogues. You will introduce dialogues also, right? This is one of the main things. So now when all the 4 sons were not able to break the bundle, then what happened? Then the farmer again told his eldest son, now my dear wise son, untie the bundle. He has opened up the ropes and all the sticks were separated again. Now he told his eldest son to give one stick to his 3 brothers. He has given the sticks. Now the farmer told them to break the sticks. All the 4 sons with not much force easily has broken the stick. Then there lies the exact problem. Okay. So now this is the suspense, means what will happen next. Then we are coming to conclusion. Okay. So what was the conclusion? The conclusion was that when he has told his sons to break the bundle, then what happened? Then what happened when they have broken the sticks? Then the farmer told his 4 sons the reality of life. What was that reality of life? Yes, when you will remain united, no one will be able to break you. No one will be able to take advantage of your strength or of your weaknesses. But when you will be divided, you will fight with each other and everyone can break you easily. So here lies the conclusion, the result. The result was in an unexpected manner. Am I right? We have never thought it in this manner that the result will take place. It has taken place in a very different manner. This is the greatness of a story. Whenever you come out of a cinema hall and someone asks you, how was the picture? You say, no, it was not fine. Simple story thi, right? But when sometimes you come up out of the cinema hall, you say, yes, very much exciting. And tak pata hi nahi laga kya hona tha. This is your dialogue always. This is actually what a story is. The more the suspense it will have, the better the story is. Try to create a problem, but don't immediately give solution to the problem. Try to create some kind of suspense. Okay, and where it lies? Here. in your brain. Okay, try to make all the horses of your brain run at a very fast speed to find out what to be done next. Okay, clear? So this is how a story is written. And at the end, of course, we write down moral, but it is not mandatory from examination point of view that you will write down a moral for each and every story. It can be there, okay, but it can also be omitted. Okay, it can also be omitted. Okay, so suppose wherever sometimes the stories is narration of an incident. So there it is. I don't think so that there is no necessity to write down moral. Okay, so if we are not writing moral, no marks will be deducted. Suppose here, what is the moral? Unity is strength. Unity is strength. And this is what the story is all about. Fine? Any doubt to any student online as well as offline? You can just ask me. That's fine. Clear. Now let us switch on to your fair notebooks. We have to do the writing part. Okay. So how a story is written? So first of all, what is a story? I told you story is a narrative form. Switch on to your fair notebooks. First of all, write down today's date. Write down date. Write down heading, story writing, and then write down in the next line what is a story. Story is a narrative form of moderate length. Moderate length. Moderate length means that it should not be too long and it should not be too short. Of moderate length that revolves around a single incident. That revolves around a single incident. So how it revolves? That it revolves around a single incident. It means have one incident, because if too many characters are there, too many life stories, they are moving side by side, the reader will get confused. Even you will get confused what to write next. Okay, have as many less characters. This is a golden rule here. Okay, and it has well marked. What it has? It has well marked beginning, middle, and end. It has well marked beginning, middle, and end. Right? Clear now? Fine. Now what you will write down in beginning? Or what you will write down in start? It sets up an action. It sets up an action. It means that here you will set up an action. Okay? Give a background of characters. Gives a background of characters and ultimately catches the attention of the reader. Catches the attention of the reader. So here what is there, that what it will do, it will catch the attention of the readers. Okay. So now coming up to middle, here you will develop action further or develop story further. You will develop the story and action further. As I told you that you will elaborate the sequence of events, right? Now here you will also introduce the problem. Introduce the element of conflict introduce the element of conflict and arouse reader's interest. Because when conflict is there, problem is there, only then the interest of the reader will be aroused. Arouse the reader's interest. It means that the interest of the reader will be aroused here. Okay. Now, three main parts. Now we will move towards end. Okay. And in end, it is the climax of entire narrative. What is end? Entire narrative. What is it? It is climax of entire narrative. It means here the entire narrative ends. Okay. And it is ended in an unexpected manner. It is ended in an unexpected manner. It means that in a very unexpected manner you give the end. Interest, arouse, A-R-O-U-S-E, arouse. Okay. So now this is the main, you can say, sequence of story writing. Now the next question is there, that what are the important elements? What must be there? Okay. Now coming up to important elements of story writing. Important elements of story. What are the important elements of story? Right? So first is plot. What the story is about city, wherever, life of which part of life? Childhood, young age, old age, middle age, whatever. Okay. Time and setting. Plot means what the story is all about. Murder, mystery, kya hai? Time and setting, which time you are going to depict. Then action. You will have action also in the story, right? And after action, you will give also climax. Okay. So it means that in story, you will also give climax. Wow, climax. It means that start up in a unexpected manner and then coming to what? Coming to what? Then coming to unexpected results. Okay. And then the fifth main thing is you will also introduce dialogues. The next main thing is you will also introduce dialogues in case of story writing. Dialogues, they must be included. This is always the, you can say, use or way of writing a good story. Okay, that you will always include what? That the dialogues. Okay. Here, now some important points. What kind of language, which tense? Okay. So I'm rubbing it down, should I? Okay. Points to remember. What are the points? You will remember. What are the points? First of all, use simple and natural language. Use simple and natural language. Okay. that the language used must be simple as well as natural. Don't try to use such kind of difficult language so that the reader, it will be difficult for the reader to understand. Use simple and natural language. Then plan your incidents before. Plan your incidents before. Because whenever a story is being given to you, what you will do? You will plan in your mind. Yes, I will write a story about a man who has done this, then this will happen, then that. You will plan the incidents in your mind. Okay? Make beginning interesting. Make beginning interesting. It means that your beginning must be interesting. Okay? Beginning should be interesting one. And develop situations logically. Pay attention here. Develop situations logically. How logically? Means you will have a logic behind situation. It means one situation leading to another. ये नहीं है. For example, you are talking about a farmer and then you have started about city life. There must be a relation with different. If scenes are changing, if there is change in scenes, there must be a relation with them. Okay? Then make characters seem real. Make characters seem real. Write story as if your characters are real. Huh? Make characters real. Okay, try to make characters real. Then put in some dialogues. I already told you, put in some dialogues to make your story interesting. You will add on dialogues to make your story interesting. It means dialogues must be introduced. Then don't come to end. Okay, try to give an unexpected ending. Okay. Try to give an unexpected ending. There must be unexpected ending. Try to give an unexpected ending. Okay. And important of all, give the story a suitable title. Anything. This is one of the main points here. Try to give the story and try to give the story a suitable title. It means that a suitable title must be given to your story. So I hope that with all these points, now you are very much clear that how a story is to be written. That's fine. Clear to all? So now, our next time is how to write down a question. Here is the question. Suppose it was, I'm writing here, I'm writing the way. Okay, different types. Sometimes clues are there, sometimes hints are there. I'm giving you a starting line. Okay, it was a Sunday morning. I was sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. Suddenly I heard, and then dash dash dash. Okay, it means Starting is given that it was Sunday morning. Okay, I was sleeping in my bed, then suddenly anything can happen. Okay. On the basis of, write down, on the basis of above outline, develop an interesting story. Okay, and also provide a suitable title. Suitable title to it. Yes. Starting. This is the starting. Yes, this is complete question. Suppose line is given to you and you will give title to it. So how you will start? Think in your mind what the story is about. Then question. Yes, this is question. Okay. Then write down title. Then start with this line. Start with this line. It was Sunday morning. I was sleeping in my bed. Suddenly I heard. Now this is your homework for you all today. You will work upon this story and you will write down one, and tomorrow I will listen from you in the class that what you people have written, both online as well as offline students, right? So this is all for today's class.